Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more FM22. We are playing with the Bohemians in the Czech Republic, where we are of course also the manager of the national team. And as you can see here, we are starting in with that schedule, or their schedule, our schedule with the Czech Republic. And we have played 2 more games, and we won both of them against Latvia and Bosnia and Herzegovina. And we are right now top of this group, which means very likely, I would say, probably us and Norway is gonna go through. But there are still plenty of, games to go, but I don't seeing us losing too many points against, the likes of Andorra, Moldova, Bosnian. I just don't see that. Could lose against Norway, but I don't think so. So there we go. That is our little update from the national team. In some other news, like I said in the last episode, some of the awards, the, player of the year kind of thing or something like that, will come in during the preseason. And as we can see here, young player of the year is Milan, and follow up on that is Carlos Enrique, and the third one is also one of our players, Tran, absolutely destroying this award. And let's take a look at a couple of other things here. We got goalkeeper of the year award as well for Haug, so that is really solid. He came in number 1, so that is really good to see. We also got manager of the year, yeah. Even without winning the league, we still got it. We do also have defender of the year, Haugostag. So there we go. I'm very happy about that one actually. And did we have any? Oh yeah. We have more. We have team of the year. Of course, we got a couple of players in team of the year. So we got Haugostag and Bernard in the first 11, which I'm not surprised about Haugostag and Haug, but I'm a little bit surprised about Bernard actually, because he didn't play a full season for us, did he? Or maybe he did. No, only 18 games. He was that good. He was actually that good that he got into the first 11 here. We also got a couple of players on the bench. We got Enrique, Pasalic, and Milan on the bench. So even if you're player of the, player of the season for the youngsters, you might not get in here because there are just some other really good players in here. Of course, Sparta Prague really dominating this one, but we did get a good amount of awards this season, so I'm very happy with that. Let's get into the transfers, and oh boy, do we have a lot of them. I have an absolutely huge list of players to get through here, so I'm gonna go with them fairly quickly, not saying everything about everyone. So we're gonna start with the outs, and this guy is one of our youngsters, actually one of our academy players. I sold him for 100k. I'm pretty happy with that, because he is temperamental and he's also inconsistent, or well, his consistency is very poor. He does look like a good player over here, but over here he doesn't. And 100k for him, I'm pretty happy with that. He was sold to Victoria Pilsen and he is in their B team, so let's see if he's gonna develop. I don't think so. Stefan Marinkovic, our goalkeeper, the backup to the backup of the backups or something like that. He's not a bad goalkeeper, but he has left us for 135k. I could potentially have gotten more for him if he had played some more for us, but I still think 135k is actually rather okay. We didn't give anything for him. It might say 105 here, but it will potentially be 135 because it is installments and not bonuses. 135, pretty decent. We have a new transfer record, which is a Templeman. He has left us for 5.5 million to Bochum. Yep, that's he wanted a contract like that, right? Yeah, I couldn't give him that. Bochum and the German leagues, they could. So he's going back to Germany for 5.5 million. I'm loving it, absolutely loving that. That's probably the biggest, that's the biggest profit we have seen, absolutely. Bornemann has also left us, another German leaving us, and this guy also left for a good amount of money. And look at how much, look at his wages, Jesus, wow, where is he? Augsburg, yeah, and he went for 1.5 million. So another pretty damn sweet deal. Could I have gotten more? Well, the transfer value does suggest that I could, but he didn't really play a whole lot for us, and you know what? I'll definitely take 1.5 million and move on with my life. We also have a good amount of our youngsters leaving us, even some of them from our own academy. I just don't believe they're good enough. This guy's even unambitious and have the consistency over there. He looks okay, but you know what? He's never gonna be anything really good. I got a bit of money for him, 70k. You know what? I'll take it, and that's the story for some more players that I'm likely not gonna show you in more detail because there are quite a bit of them. So yeah, that is just one of them. And we can continue. Gulsdorf is moving out on loan, and it got a mandatory fee with it. We are gonna get 40k when this loan deal is gonna be concealed into a real deal for Lishan. So yep, there we go. I mean, he didn't really play a whole lot for us, so I might as well move him down to the second division for where Lishan is. And well, I hope him the best, but he didn't really play well for us, so yeah, let's move him on. Philip Braut has also left the club. He went for 130k, and how much did I pay for him? 49. Well, he was a mistake, and it ended out that we actually got more than double the money for him, so yeah, I guess that's alright, but he never really played for us, so yeah, he's gone as well, and I'm pretty happy about that one, actually. He wasn't a bad player. You can see his consistency is pretty good. He's good in the big matches, but he was just not good enough for our team anymore. He's also 25 now, so goodbye, Braut. I'm gonna show one more of our youngsters. It is Uljanik, I don't know, but we haven't seen a whole lot to him, but he's been one of those that had developed quite nicely down there in the as a youngster. He is going out with a potential signing for who is it? I don't know who it is. It's Spartak Trafna in the Slovakian first division. They can. I'm not sure if they're gonna do it, but they could buy him for 100k, and I think they will because he's a fairly good player. He's definitely worth 100k, so they might do that. Well, this guy is also one of our youngsters, an Hungarian, Steinbach. I think I signed him a couple of seasons ago as a 16-year-old, and he developed quite nicely through the years, but he is inconsistent, and yeah, he's only balanced personality, so that's not a good one. Balanced personality is not a good one, just so you know. Anyway, he has left us for 60k directly, no loan deals, just gone. The last of those youngsters that I'm talking about here is this guy, and it's another good deal for us, actually. I believe we're getting 41k or something like that. Let's see, 22 up front and then 41.25 in total with the add-ons. And you know what? He's not very good. So again, moving him on. I think he's an academy player. He's level-headed, unambitious, inconsistent, you know, he's not very good. So getting 42k from this guy, perfect. So that was actually all the outs, not truly, because I do have more loan deals going out, but that was all the, you know, the deals that actually gave us money. Now we can take a look at the incomings, and there is a lot of them. And I know I said I wouldn't, you know, go out and buy someone. Well, you know, of course I would. and we also knew that we did need, you know, a little bit depth for some of the spots, but most of them, like 9 out of 10, actually 29 out of, nah, it's not that bad, but definitely a lot of signings here, but it is mostly youngsters, just bringing in someone who is unflappable, model citizen, pretty decent here. I mean, he doesn't have anything where I'm thinking, oh, that's not gonna work for me. He's a third division standout player, right? We got a lot of these deals in, a lot of them. And they're gonna go down to the B team or the under 19th, develop a bit, be sold out for 70, 80, 130, whatever K we can get out of them. Or they will become good enough for the first team. So we got a lot of them. Let's go through them. This is the first one. Bucher from Germany. There we go. That's the first. I don't want to say too much about them because they might not develop and they might not become anything we are ever looking at again. So there we go. This is Bucher. Next one up is Ignacio Capone, and what I forgot to mention before, all of these are free deals. The ones that I'm showing right now, otherwise I will say. So yeah, another deal here. Ignacio Capone, what a lovely name that is, central defender, and we're moving on. Christopher Birksner, I think. So again, third division standard player. Lovely. Bring them in, develop them in the B team, and we'll see if he's gonna be any good. Right now I'm of course developing him as a fullback, so we'll see if he can do that. But yeah, another player right here, 18-year-old, Austrian. Lovely. Let's move on. Jonas A-man or A-man, or I'm not sure, but he's a target man kind of thing. Again, same deal. He's down there in the under 19th, and maybe he will develop. So far, it looks pretty good for most of them. So I think I'm doing good business here. So let's move on. Cone Clipper. What a name that is. Not the best goalkeeper in the world, but again, taking a chance. And if he develops, he develops. If not, well, let's release him in a couple of years' time, right? So that's about it. Timo Draxler, yes, more Germans coming in, 17 years old, looked like a decent little poacher, but I don't know, he got the physicals, but that's about it, and he is resolute, so we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna struggle on this one. Suhulu Hastari. Jesus Christ, what a name that is. Is that Montenegro? I think that's Montenegro, isn't it? North Macedonia, sorry, not... What? Yeah, North Macedonia. Wow, I should know that, I should really know that. So he's capped for the under 19th. Wow, okay. Well, he looks... Yeah, he got some holes in his system, let's say that. His physicals are definitely not that great. Again, let's see if he develops, and probably not. But again, 70 to 140k, he was a free deal. In 2 years' time, maybe we can get 70k for him. Then it's been worth it, also in terms of the wages. Easily profit there if that's gonna happen. Otherwise, released. So that was all the free deals. Well, actually, that's not true. But that was all the free deals with the very young players that are probably not good enough, just profit deals. Anyway, this guy is also one of them. He is a 44k deal, if I'm not mistaken. Did I? Yeah, remember? Yeah, 44k. So he's costing money, but he has a little bit more to him. He's a poacher, and I believe he's going out on loan. He is actually out on loan in Krodim. Hopefully he can keep them up this season. They were really struggling last season, so we do have actually quite a lot of players down there. I'll show you that. We do have like 5, 6, maybe even 7 players down there. Hopefully they can keep them up. So yeah, he looks rather decent. He's definitely a 2nd division standard player over the other ones who was 3rd division standard. So a little bit better here. I would say the same case with this guy. He is a Chechenian, and yeah, he is Daniel, or well, he's called Daniel Venik. Also a striker, advanced forward, a little bit better than the rest of the lot. Cost me 33k. Pretty decent. Maybe it's a loss. This could be a loss, right? He's the 3rd division standard right now, and I don't think I have a loan for him right now. He's probably just sitting in our under 19. I have so many players now that I don't know where they all are. But yeah, he's one of them. Just how on earth are you pronouncing his name? Jakub. What? A central defender. He cost me 37k? Did I remember that right? Yep, 37k. There we go. Again, one of those that are just a little bit better than some of the rest of them that we did get for free. He do have some pretty damn decent numbers, actually. His only weakness is probably his technique. Otherwise, he looks like a fairly decent little central defender to me. So yeah, hopefully he can develop as well. Yeah, I think he's good. Oh boy, we have a Brazilian. Oh yes, a 17-year-old Willian. Not that Willian, but I mean, no, it's not him. He's actually, I think he's fairly good actually. You know what, there is not really a whole lot here where I'm thinking, oh, he shouldn't be good. This guy, I mean, yeah, his passing is not that high yet, but he is 17, so, you know, again, someone that could develop a bit. He cost me 40k. I don't see us not getting that money back. I'm fairly happy with this deal. I think he's easily gonna be worth the money. So here it is, the first signing for the first team. It is Malte Omundsen, and he's actually someone that I've seen him in real, because he is playing for Vejle Boldklub, which is only like 20, 30 kilometers from me. Not very far. I've actually seen this guy in real. Why did I sign him? Well, there are 2 reasons. We needed some cover on the wingback area, and he's good enough for that. And he was one of the only guys that I could actually sign that was also on the older side, so he could develop some of our youngsters, mentoring them. and also someone that is not trying to get me out of my wage budget with 10 or 11 or 12k. He's still very, I mean, he's the third highest earner, but he's an option for the, I think he's probably the third choice, second or third choice, depending on how he performs. So far, he's been performing well only in one game, so make of that what you will. But that was the Czechoslovakian Super Cup that we did win. I can tell you that right now, we did win that very easily. So yeah, just a good little player here that I signed for free, right? It's only costing us the wages, and I think that's pretty well. It's actually quite. I mean, if you think about it, he's gonna help us develop some of those youngsters with his fairly ambitious kind of traits in the hidden attributes. I think it's a good deal actually overall. So there we go. Riccardo Pagano, yes. We got an Italian. He doesn't look very Italian. Well, that's very racist, isn't it? But yeah, he's an Italian, and he's a free signing. Yep. I mean, if I see a good deal, I'm gonna take it. And this guy looks like an absolutely solid deal for free. Even on very, very low wages, on a 5-year contract. What is there not to like about this guy? He even got some really good traits already as a 22-year-old. What? This guy, I mean, he got injured in the preseason, but he played like one match and he showed me that, okay, he looks promising, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with him. He's a good first division player, right? He's just good, and he can definitely go. And here's the really, really fun thing about him. He's very versatile in the way we are playing. He can go down playing the central midfielder. He can go up, well, we don't actually play with a shadow striker. He can go up playing an inverted or inside forward on the right-hand side easily. I mean, the only thing that he's lagging a little bit is his finishing. Otherwise, he's perfect for that role. And he can also go over and play the inside forward on the other side because he's 2 feet. He's 2 feet. He got 2 feet, right? He's a good footballer. He got 2 feet. Fucking idiot. But yeah, I mean, this for a free 2.2k wages. I mean, that's just like stealing candy from kids, man. Right, back to the youngsters. This guy cost me, what was it, 30k? 40k, so just you know, again, a 40k deal here for a somewhat okay, probably 3rd division standard player that can develop a bit as a fullback. Will he become any good? Probably not. Will I get my money back? Possibly. So yeah, another one of those. Oh, there are even more. Another one, 17-year-old from Bosnia and Herzegovina, Ahmetovic. I think that's it. Kamil Ahmetovic. Yeah, I think that's it. So he's striker / inverted winger / white target man kind of deal, and that's he kind of fit the bill for me. And again, he's costing like, I think it was 33k, right? 31, there we go, 31. I should check it every time, but just forget it. So yeah, 31k for something I think we will profit on in the long run. So yeah, there we go. Yet another fullback, Peter Pokachka. Is that right? Pokachka. Sounds pretty right. Yeah, another fullback, right? It's, I believe, 35k. Yeah, 35.5k actually, if I'm not mistaken. So, more of them. More. Are you surprised by this stage? Are you surprised that I got this many? Yeah. Oh, you thought I was done? No. We are not done yet. Not quite. We got Finn Slater coming in as well. A winger, Scottish winger. Yeah, we got more. He's very quick. I mean, what did I buy him for? I forgot. We bought him for 36k. We got a lot of these deals around 30 to 40k, right? So there we go. That's another one of them. Okovic, a deep lying playmaker kind of type here. 17-year-old from Bosnia and Herzegovina. And I believe I paid 32? Yes, 32.5. So there we go. That's another one. Deep lying playmaker. I think that was the first midfielder? At least the first real deep lying playmaker midfielder. I didn't really need more, so, but still, it's if I can profit on him, so be it. Here is another guy that is a little bit better than the rest of them that I have signed of the youngsters. He's a 17-year-old from the Faroe Islands. He's even capped for the Faroe Islands. Yes, for their national team. He came from Denmark. He came from the team called AAB. Oh, well, actually, we call them OB. but it's AAB English, of course, for free. So it's a very, very good deal. And just take a look at him, right? He's 17. Look at his stats. Look at his cons. Look at his media handling and personality. This guy's gonna be good. I can tell you right now, this guy's gonna be worth millions. So I'm very happy with this deal. And he's just outside the first team squad, right? He's just so close to getting up there. He could be that last player that we need for the central defense for the next season, but he just needs to step up one bit, and I think he will do it throughout this season, so I'm happy with this deal. Kovarik, another of those youngsters that I have signed for 33k, and he's actually more an advanced playmaker, attacking midfielder. He's a little bit out of he's not really working into our system, I would say, but I think he is actually, well, I know that he is developing into an attacking midfielder on attack, of course. And yeah, again, let's see if there's any profit in this one. Maybe not. He might be someone that is just not good enough, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, so you thought I didn't spend any money this season? Nope. I did. And this is the first one of a couple. This guy have cost me 600k, but potentially up towards 1 million with a couple of buy-ins, or not buy-ins, but bonuses. So he's a 16-year-old. Yes, I bought a 16-year-old. He's not exactly for the first team. No, I don't think we can, put our, I don't want to put him in the first team right now. He's only 16, and we can develop in a bit and then use him next season or the year after that even. But he got a really good. This guy got a lot of potential, of course, and that's why I signed him for that big money. But it is a high risk, absolutely. This is high risk, but I think you can see what I mean when I'm saying that this guy got a lot of potential. It's easy to see as a 16-year-old. He's even fitting my white target man. You know what? He could go in and play a white target man, right? Or he can play an inside forward. I'm actually developing him as a white target man right now because he is very tall. He got the jumping reach already. He just need a bit more hitting, and he's solid. He's pretty solid as a white target man. And I am looking for these types of inside forwards who can also do the role as a white target man for me. So this guy, fantastic signing. Yes, it's expensive, but it could potentially also be a signing that could be worth tens of millions, right? Down the line. So I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, but I wasn't done. I signed another winger on the same spot. This guy is very, very different, of course. This guy is more a winger. He's 17, Vassalo, a Portuguese player. I think the other guy was also Portuguese, wasn't he? So this guy is not an inside forward, but he is an inside inverted winger. This guy is being, right now, I'm testing him. I actually just bought him. He's costing us 700k, so he is also very, very high risk kind of player. But I think he's gonna go into the first team because he looks good enough to do it. He got some of the abilities. I mean, yes, he got a lot of holes in his system, but he's only the third or fourth choice, and he will get a lot of playtime in the B squad and even in the under 19th. But he will be my third or fourth choice on the right-hand side. Sometimes just getting, maybe he will get like a couple of games this season, and that's probably all he need. But again, high risk for what he is. But again, I think you can see the potential in this guy as well for the money that I gave for him. Again, he could potentially be worth 5, 6, 7 times that amount and sell him off for that amount as well in 2 years' time, right? So I think it's a good deal, but like I said, it's high risk paying that much money for youngsters. So this one is probably the highest risk of them all because I've signed him for, what was it, 500? 625k. He's probably one of the best goalkeepers out there when it comes to a 16-year-old. Is he gonna be that good in the future? Well, time will tell. Right now he's only, third division standard player. But yeah, this one is very high risk, and it could be a mistake. This could be my mistake of the transfer, which is actually honestly surprised that I haven't done a really big mistake before this. But he could be someone that I have bought a little bit too. I should probably have bought him to more towards like 100 or 200k. I feel like this might be where we might lose some money, but I mean, time will tell, right? Dan Gabo, It's the last one, guys. It is. Right now, it is the last one. I don't know how many it was. I haven't counted them, but oh, that was a lot. He's a deep line player. No, actually, he's a central midfielder on attack, this guy, but he could also play as a deep line playmaker. He's actually fairly good. He's from the Central African Republic and well, France. So he's a free deal. I just got him, and he's a free deal. 2nd division standard player. Lovely. There's definitely some money in this guy. He is on 875 wages, but you know what? For the free deal, I think he's gonna be worth it. He can play in the Bohemian B team or go out on loan, or I don't know, something like that. Maybe generate some money for us. I don't think he's gonna be good enough for the first team, but that doesn't matter too much. We are we are the youth. We are the Czech version of Chelsea, right? We are the developing team, and we got a lot of youngsters now. I mean, a shit ton of youngsters. So that was all the ins and all the outs so far. There could be more. There could absolutely. I'll go out and buy more. And you might sit there thinking, do you have the money for that? Do you? Can you just keep going out there and just keep adding to the wage budget, and just do you have even the money to buy these guys for all that for all those millions? The answer is absolutely I do. Not even remotely close to hitting any kind of worries about my my wage budget here. We're still only spending 118, which is only like 10k more than last season. For all those players, right? No worries, I still got 14.6k in the bank, in my transfer budget that is. In my bank I got 28, right? So no worries whatsoever about that. Yeah, so that's all good. That is absolutely all good. Now, in a couple of other news here before we are getting into probably looking at a little bit of the squad depth, maybe some tactic. If we go in here to the board, so the board have this is not a board. I clicked the wrong thing. So we tried to buy the stadium, right? After a year, it failed. And without asking me, they just decided to expand the stadium instead. The stadium that they do not own. So they're expanding that with 1,517 seats for the merely cost of 900k. Why wouldn't we just buy a new one then? I mean, or just build a new stadium. I mean, this stadium is never gonna be big enough. It's just never gonna be big enough. Oh, it's so stupid. We're also improving the training facilities. I think I might have Did I tell you about that in the last episode? I think I might have. So yeah, that's that deal, and we have also increased our youth recruitment. Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, there. Improve youth recruitment. So now it's actually called the one that is exceptional youth recruitment. How's that looking in here? That is 17, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's 17. So there we go. All right, let's take a quick look at the fixtures here. So we had the Super Cup, right? We had the Super Cup, and this time it was against Dunstreda, and we did win it 4-0, easy peasy. Didn't concede in the friendlies here. I don't remember if we conceded in those friendlies over here. Nope, we haven't conceded in any of the friendlies. Why have we not conceded in any of the friendlies? Well, because I didn't really do much when it comes to the tactics, to be honest. I did try a couple of... the only thing that I really... There are two changes, right? One of them is that I tried to play with a shadow striker, and then I also tried to play with an attacking midfielder. You know what? Didn't really work out for me, so I just went back to the attack advanced forward, because that seems to be doing okay, at least better than what I did here. As you can see in here, I do have this called SL 2.7 SL here. That is the that tactic, right? But we're not going to use it. We're going to use this one, and the only new thing tactically in here, I don't know if you already spotted it, we're going attacking on mentality. So we are gonna try and create even more chances and try and create even more goals, but that could also backfire against the likes of Sparta and Slavia, of course. That could backfire. But we're gonna try and play on attacking mentality now, and it seems like it's generating at ton more chances, but not a ton more goals. So we need to sometimes maybe go back to positive when we're playing someone that is a little bit better than the normal type of teams we're playing. But anyway, that's the only thing I've done to the tactic, except from just some roles, not the roles, but actually just the instructions on some of them. I took a good look at all their what are they called, statistics, right, from last season before we went over to the new season, and I just put in some new things here. Oh, he can't pass it more directly anymore because you got play 1-2s. Well, take it out then. So yeah, I put in quite a bit of that, but I mean, yeah, that's about the extent of how much I have changed the tactic, which is not a whole lot. We are still looking absolutely solid with this tactic, and I don't really see a reason why we would try to fix something that don't really need it fixing. So yeah, there we go. I also want to mention a couple of other things here before we get into the squad depth, and that is that we do have a couple of players that are loan listed or still even transfer listed, like Lessig here. We do also have some players down in the B team here that are also transfer listed, loan listed, and so forth, of course. Some of them are out on loan deals. Most of these are actually out on loan towards Krudim, right? And more are to come, right? We are gonna have more loan deals going out. We have so many players in here. This is just the B squad, right? This is just the B team, along with a couple of our main guys, because they're playing the B team, or in the B team from time to time. But anyway, more will go out. Hopefully, right? Hopefully, more will go out. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how big our squad was now as well. As you can see down here as well, we even got players down here listed for loan, and we got a really big under 19th academy right now. Here's the thing: how? So you might be thinking, how can you develop that many players? Because you know your training facilities can only handle so much, right? That's why I want some of them out on loan, of course. The other thing is, but if they don't get playtime, they won't develop. That's true. That's why I'm playing a lot of friendlies. I'm dealing with the friendlies myself. So even when they do have the under 19th fixtures, right? They have their we'll go in here and take a look at the fixtures. I haven't done it yet, but yeah, well, actually, I've done some here. So they're playing 2 friendlies every single what's it called? Every week right now. And when they actually get into the under 19th first division, I'll still keep friendlies on because we have so many players that can actually play in games. And that way, yes, you will struggle a little bit with your training facilities and how many coaches you have, but if they just play games, they will develop quite nicely. And then hopefully we will get a lot of them out on loan as well. So I just wanted to mention that if someone is sitting out there, oh, it won't work, you have too many players in your team. Actually, no, because I just need to play more games to handle it. And same goes for the B team, right? Our B team, look at the fixtures. We got plenty of friendlies. This is only for 53 days. I just can't put in any more right now. So we have 2 games every single week for the B team, and also for the under 19th. That's 4 games. That's 4 games, and that's outside of the main squad. So I think we're good in that front. The players will get plenty of playtime. No worries about that one. And now we are starting to get into this save where we are really starting to profit off our good choices, right? Our good choices of developing players from the scratch and then selling them all for a high profit and then getting even more in and getting even bigger talent in. That is what we are doing right now. And that means we also need to, get better. But I probably need to take over at some stage here. Probably next season, I'll probably take over the staff area again and completely get rid of what we have, or at least most of them, and then just get the absolutely best I can for the money that I can spend. And that's probably the next project of mine, to get rid of my technical director, and just do it myself. Because I actually want to do that. I mean, he's doing an okay job, but it's just an average job, right? I can do a way better job than he can. So that's my next project. Anyway, let's get into the squad overview here, because that's the last thing I want to mention here in this episode before we are getting into the next season in the next episode. How are we looking in the squad depth? As you can see, quite well, actually. Quite well. Let's go from the top. We got Francisca and Juridka. I think he's still transfer listed, Juridka. And he could go. This guy should not be up here. I don't know why he is up here. Probably because I haven't been in here since I bought him. He's gone. We got 3 strikers. That's pretty much it. And I'm more than happy with Trent and Siska just being the 2 main guys up there. And yeah, I mean, it's an area where we could definitely improve in the future. But for this, again, this next season, it's going to be those 2 guys again. They are not going to be the main goal scorers. The main goal scorer is likely going to come from the left-hand side here. It's going to be Milan. It's going to be maybe Pagano, Ugwu, Santos. Those guys are going to get some goals. Who is going to be the key player in there? I think it's going to be Milan. I think Ugwu is going to slowly go downhill. I think Milan is probably first choice. Pagano. I think I don't know who is going to be the second choice there. But Milan probably first choice. So we got plenty of players. We even got a youngster here, Hanslik, who's a winger type that we could sometimes try and play. And he's good enough to go in now and actually have a game from time to time. He's 19 now. And I would like to see him maybe come in and do 1 game here and there in the cups if we don't really need a result. So that's interesting. On the other side, it's a little bit more of a worry, I would say, because Pasalik is out with an injury again. He's missing out of, you know, the first game, I believe. Yeah, he's missing out on the first game. So he got another big injury in the preseason, and oof, I mean, he's not an injury prone, but ouch. Milan can also go over here and play as a wide target man. Easy peasy, he can do that. Christensen probably second choice over here right now, but he could get knocked out by Pagano, because this guy looks very, very good as an inside forward over here. Absolutely fantastic as an inside forward. And even if he's not going to be good enough, we still have 2 more youngsters, right? We got Vassallo and even Faria, who is in the youth academy right now, who is also so close to being probably way better than Christensen is. So I think we got enough depth in the front area right now. Absolutely same goes for the midfield. I think there is 1 too many in here. Dangabo, he shouldn't be in here, should he? Well, yeah, he should. If he's a 2-star, I mean, if I have a current ability of 2 stars, then I am having them in here just to see how many I actually got in my club. So we got, let's just say we have enough on the right-hand side, right? Plenty that can play a deep line playmaker, which is the right-hand side. On the other side, we got Benavides, Bernard, Pagano, probably the 3 preferred choices to play as a central midfielder on attack, because they are all, well, especially the first 2 are very, very good. They are gonna get a lot of goals as well. These 2 guys are gonna be scoring 10 goals each probably this season. I'm expecting that from them, and Milan probably upwards to 20 goals or something like that. So at least if they're doing anything like last season, and with the amount of time they're probably gonna get. So again, midfield, perfect. Don't need to do anything there. We have the depth that we definitely need. The only worry is probably over here that if Benavides or Bernard cannot play a game, then we don't really have that threat of a goal scorer going forward on that side. We don't really have any of the other guys being really good scoring goals. But we do have 2 of them, right? We have 2 really, really good goal scorers from the midfield. Long shots is up there, 16, finishing 12, composure 14, technique 14. He's very, very good at scoring goals. Same with this dude. He got finishing 12, composure 13, technique 17, long shots 15. Also scoring goals for us. Midfield, it's looking a lot like last season, with the exception of Kevin Sulek getting in there, and he might be the first choice. I think he might be my first choice as a halfback this season, but they will likely rotate. I'm surprised that Aikidi is still here, and well, Lessig is also, but he is transfer listed, Lessig. He wants to go, so he might go at the end of this transfer. That could be, again, the transfers are not done, so this could change. I just want to go through it because I like to do that. I like to do that. So we are pretty solid in defensive midfield. We might need another one if Lessig is gonna go, but who knows? I don't really have a lot of players here that could go up and play here, to be honest, right now. That's the 4 guys that I would, yeah, think of going up there and play there. So that's the defensive midfield. On the left-hand side, probably one of our, I wouldn't say weaker areas, but if we do get an injury to Andrade and like Omundsen, then we only got Bruckner, who is well, he's not really a left back, is he? He's more a right back, right? He's not really playing too well when he's playing on the left-hand side. So Andrade and Omonsen is definitely the two main guys over here. And Andrade probably the main guy, but I think Omonsen will definitely get a lot of play time if he's keeping fit. So a little bit weak here, and we do not have a lot of cover. We do not have a lot of youngsters coming in on that left-hand side. So a little bit of a worry over here, but not a big one. Actually, let's go to the other side here. We got Carlos Enrique, Seaman, and Brückner over here as well. Should be all right. And same deal, we don't really have anyone that is a current ability of 2 as a youngster. So yeah, again, our wingbacks. I hope some of the, you know, we do have talent, right? If we do go down to 1 star, we do have a lot of talent outside of the first 11 that could potentially get up and be good enough. I'm just going by 2-star ratings here because that is usually where I also agree with my assistant manager that they might almost become good enough to get up to the first squad. It's just an indicator. Don't use star abilities. Don't use it. Really, I mean it. Don't use it. Look at their abilities, their hidden abilities, their personalities, all of that jazz. Look at that instead and see how they play. Look at the statistics. Don't look at star abilities. It's just an indicator. It's actually even a very bad indicator because it's all depending on your assistant or whoever is doing these star systems for you. It's their ability that plays into it as well. It's just an indicator. I've said that many times, but I keep saying it because I know that people probably don't understand it yet. So that's, you know, it's okay, but it would be nice to see some more fullbacks develop a bit in the youth academies. Okay, so central defenders here. I haven't really upgraded this. We still have Haustak and Horak on the left-hand side. And then we have this new guy, Peterson, right? That from Faroe Island, who is the 3rd choice on the left-hand side because he has a strong left foot. So, and he's also the 4th choice on the right hand. Actually, Gulstoff can go because he's out on loan. So he's also the 3rd choice on the right-hand side because I think he's better than Forstmeyer. Forstmeyer might go. I think he might go out on loan or something. I don't know yet. But I think we have enough. Actually, Starek might also go. So we might need another central defender before the transfer is closing. And it is definitely a place where we can upgrade, right? We can definitely upgrade on Sikovic. We can even upgrade on Haustak. This is an area where we can definitely go out, use 2 or 3 million and find a really, really solid defender if we wanted to. I'm not sure I want that, but we could do that. I'm also more about developing youngsters, putting them in. Someone like this guy, he could become a starter throughout the season, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But it's a bit of a worry. Our back line is, I wouldn't say a worry when it comes to depth, but it's definitely probably our weak points right now. Goalkeeper, Haugen Mikolic. I mean, solid. I mean, Haug is, of course, way better than Mikolic, but it's nice to have a rather okay second goalkeeper, right? And here's the fun thing. He's still on a contract where he is actually an important player, right? He don't even care. He don't even care that we're not playing him too much. So I'm fine with that. Just keep that going. Just keep that going. So that's the squad depth, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I don't even know how many minutes I have been recording for here, but yeah. Hope it wasn't too long for you guys. I like doing them, so I will continue doing them. Anyway, guys, I'll see you around in the next episode where we are going into the next season. Who are we playing in the next? Who are we playing? We also had a draw against someone here. Who are we playing? Oh, hello. We're playing Jablonec and Sparta Prague. That is 2 pretty damn big teams right now. Jablonec are doing quite well for themselves as well. And we did pull either FC Copenhagen or Young Boys in the draws here for the Champions League. Right? I actually didn't show you guys, but we are in the Champions League. Right, this is Champions League, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, no, yes. Yes, it is Champions League. But we are not in the group stages just yet. We are in this one. We are in the 3rd qualifier. And we're waiting for this one to get done. So, yeah, we might as well come back for that one as well. Against FC Copenhagen. Or, yeah, like the other guys. Who was it? Young Boys. So we might come back for that game as well. You know what, guys? I might actually play the first couple of games before. I might just come back for this game instead. haven't done that before. But you know what, guys? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start the season before... yeah, why not? I'm gonna play Jablonec, Sparta Prague, the first one here, the first leg. And then I'm also gonna play Douglas Prague, and then I'm gonna come back for this game and Lyschen instead. So we can get a little bit further ahead next time. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you around for those 2 games.